What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so I seen some of the comments. I seen some people saying, "Where you at, Too Raw?" It was all mouth during the all season about how bad the Lakers would be. I was talking trash when during the preseason they lost by 60 and all of that, right? Why you ain't talking now? Oh, I was gonna talk. And tell you the truth. Shout out to Dreamerspro because he beat me to it. I was going to do a video saying the same thing. But I'm glad he has the stats to back up what our observations have always been. See, this is the thing. JJ Redneck has at least the common sense to make AD the focal point of the offense. But it's interesting. The thing is, though, we've been saying this. I've been saying this. We've been saying this. I know I've been saying this for 4 years now. When AD got there in 2019-20, right? The year that the season was interrupted by the pandemic. And AD, 75% of the time, 75% of the time, when the Lakers went into their sets, AD got the ball. Not saying he always shot the ball, but he got the ball. They were force feeding at times Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis was pretty much the focal point of offense. Now, toward the end of games, LeBron would try to stuff his stats or pad his numbers, and sometimes it was a detriment of the team. We saw that happen in the finals when they were playing the depleted Miami Heat team, who they should have swept. But because LeBron stat padded in some of them games, he cost them a victory in one of them, almost another one. So a team that they should have swept or beaten 5, they beaten 6. But we saw then that Anthony Davis was the best player on that team. And the subsequent seasons since the championship bubble year, right? More and more Anthony Davis was more or less being relegated to bridesmaid in the offensive pecking order. LeBron was more interested in padding his numbers and getting individual achievement. And then he had the perfect scapegoat in Russell Westbrook when he was making his pursuit for Kareem's scoring record. Didn't care about winning. And we said then, this team is so much better when Anthony Davis is their main focal point offensively. At this stage of his career, LeBron Ramon James, in my opinion, should be second and at times third offensively. If Austin Reeves gets rolling, if D'Lo gets rolling, LeBron should be third. Hell, there's some nights he should be fourth. But because he's so self-centered and it's all about him, yeah, he's been getting his numbers at the expense of team success. But so far in this young season, Anthony Davis has been the best player in the NBA. I've said that already. He's been the best player. He's been the most dominant player. And he's been dominating on both sides of the ball. But he should have been doing this. And if he had been the man, if a guy hadn't been getting in his fucking way, well, the Lakers may have been in a couple of finals by now. Hence why I didn't understand why Darvin Ham was fired last year for essentially underachieving, right? Because supposedly the argument was, well, with this roster, why can't they get over the hump? Now, to be fair, Anthony Davis's play at times, especially in the postseason, was off and on. But that can happen when you're a big man and you're not getting the basketball, and a certain guy from Akron is shot jacking. Then we see Anthony Davis sort of drift further and further away from the basket, becoming more and more of a jump shooter. And while he can knock down the mid-range jump shot, getting a guy going, a big man, on the inside, getting him touches, letting him get to the line. I'm not saying I mean earning those trips, getting to the free throw line, he can get into a rhythm. Then he can stretch the floor and start knocking down mid-range jump shot or three-pointers. But if you're just drifting outside and not really getting that many touches, 12, 11 shots. There were some games I remember he was only getting 10, 11 shots. LeBron was yakking up 20-something. They can't win like that. And we said that, and you call us haters. Now you're talking about, where the video's at. Well, I think Darvin Ham wasn't even allowed to do this. Darvin Ham probably knew that would have been the smarter thing, but he probably didn't have the power to do this. But JJ is going to get credit for doing something that other coaches probably weren't allowed to do. Not since Frank Vogel, his first couple years coaching Anthony Davis. Saw a very interesting stat that Dreamerspro put up. Shout out to Dreamerspro. Please subscribe to his platform. Anthony Davis is the first Laker to score 35 points in the first two games for the Lakers since, I believe, Jerry West in the 1970-71 season. I believe that's the case. I got to look it up myself, but that's the stat I heard. I do know this stat I just looked up. Anthony Davis, as a Laker, right? When he scores 30 or more points, the Lakers have a winning percentage of 688. 688. Let me say it again. As a Laker, when Anthony Davis scores 30 or more points, the Lakers have a record of a winning percentage of 688. That's nearly 70%. Meanwhile, LeBron Ramon James, in his career as a Laker, I think their win percentage is a little over 50%. And if you take out that bubble year, I think their win percentage is like a little bit under 500. So that tells you who the problem is. That tells you. That tells you. Now, I do want to say this. Yeah, they are getting a little bit of help from officiating, as usual, but I can't put it all on that. The Phoenix Suns are pretenders, and who they play the first? The Timberwolves. The Timberwolves, I mean, they're pretenders too. You know what I mean? And this will only continue as long as LeBron Ramon James sticks with the program, because we know this man has an ego. Now, if they start reverting back to LeBron Ramon James yakking up shots again, well, AD doesn't get as many touches because, LeBron got to get his numbers, well, then we're going to start seeing a regression in a performance for the Lakers, and they're going to start losing. But, yeah, for those who say I was wrong and all that, well, I wasn't anticipating Anthony Davis being the focal point of offense. I was anticipating LeBron Ramon James doing what he always do, padding his numbers, and AD being relegated to second tier or even third tier. But I can't help but think, but some of the motivations too is that bullshit listing from BSPN that had LeBron ranked higher than Anthony Davis. That's balderdash. Balderdash. Anybody with a brain knows Anthony Davis is the best player on this team. Clearly. And I'm still seeing articles not giving this man the shine that he deserves. He's always been the best player on that team, in my opinion, when healthy. Always. But, you know, it is what it is, man. They're getting him the ball. And I'm also going to say, too, that not only is he playing better, but he looks more in tune and more focused and more aggressive, too. He's more aggressive this season to start. Sometimes, you know, Anthony Davis seems like he's not, in the last couple of years, sometimes like he's not totally into the game. Like there's something distracting him. Not disgruntled, but it's like something's not quite right. You know what I'm saying? I also got to look something up, too. Look something up right quick, because I think there's. Let me look something up right quick. Just checking out something. When is Anthony Davis eligible to opt out? I'm trying to see if but anyway, I was going to look at something. I don't want to see that. But anyway, yeah, man, this team is a different team when Anthony Davis is playing like this. If he's playing like this, then they can be a 60, a 55, or if everything goes just right, a 60-win team. They can. So maybe I'm wrong, man. You know, look, none of us are perfect. We could be wrong. I'm wrong from time to time. But I know one thing I ain't wrong about. LeBron Ramon James ain't the best player on that team. And J.J. Redick still ain't a great coach to me. He just has the ability to do something or to get those guys to do something. Or to put it like this, the players playing under him are more willing to be selfless under him. With Darvin Ham, I'm pretty sure he tried to get Darvin Ham to, try to get Anthony Davis to be the focal point. But I suspect, you know, he didn't have that much control. Look, this the guy that reportedly didn't want the Lakers to go in and try to get Bronny James. But see, that's another thing. Bronny James has his feel-good moment. We hear reports that Bronny James will get big minutes, and now it's been reported that he's going to the G League. So clearly they see that this guy not ready. So look, maybe off the strength of Anthony Davis, maybe this team will be something. But we'll see. We'll see.